I'm really worried about one of my doe rabbits. I'm Lorella. This is Plan B Orchard and Farm, where we're all about helping you take small, manageable steps towards a more peaceful and sustainable lifestyle. There was a break in the rain, so I'm out doing chores. One of my mama bunnies, she is expecting, she's ready to kindle any day now. I actually thought it was going to be today, and so far she hasn't even started making a nest yet. Mama has not started pulling any fur yet. I think I'm going to clean this out and give her some fresh hay because this has been in here a few days and looks like she's gone potty in there a couple times. And not only that, but she's bleeding. And I've never had any of my rabbits bleed like that when they're kindling and not make a nest. And she usually makes a nest the night her babies are born. She doesn't start early. So I'm kind of worried about her because, you know, I Googled, first mistake, nothing good came up with bleeding. So I'm in the garden and I'm gonna pick some comfrey. I have not planted in here yet. It's still pretty rough looking, but that is a comfrey plant and this is a comfrey plant. So I'm just gonna come down here and I'm just gonna break it off anywhere, woo, at the stalk. I lost my balance there for a second. So your animals can eat comfrey. It's good for them. It's good for you too. I mean, you can do lots of stuff with it, but make salves and things. I'm gonna get 4 little sections of it here. Each of the rabbits can have a comfrey treat. It will not do them any harm. So we've got comfrey. There's a chicken in my garden. I don't like chickens in the garden. Hi, good boy. I'll be right out. The next thing I'm on the hunt for is some plantain, and my yard is full of it. So it should be easy to find. Here's some right here. Move, hey, no. Let me feed this dog. Look at that dog. What are you? Look at that dog. Look at that dog. He just got a comfrey leaf out of the rabbit treats, and he just chowed it down. What in the world? You silly boy. That wasn't for you, that was for rabbits. I don't even know if you liked it or if you just took it because it was in the rabbit bucket. Here's the plantain. And the way you can tell plantain from the other... This right there. Are you supposed to be getting in my bucket, Duke? No, silly boy. The way you can tell plantain from other weeds is that the veins on it run vertically. So they don't have the veins that go out to the sides. And there's 2 kinds that are both equally good, and one is tall and skinny, and the other one has wider leaves, and it's broadleaf plantain. You can use either of them. So I'm gonna just pick a bunch of this right now and give it to my bunnies as well, because it won't hurt them at all. Now I'm just gonna get a couple handfuls because the bunnies that are in chicken tractors, actually, I'll just park them over plantain so they eat it because look, it's everywhere in my yard. It's all over the place. Not that. That is not it. So this leaf has 1 vertical vein. It's fine. You just grabbed another one. What are you doing in there? You're eating comfrey? You goofball. He's so funny. So this has 1 vertical spine and then it has little veins that go off of it towards the outside. Let's see. Not plantain. Oh, you know what he spit out? He spit out the plantain and he was looking for comfrey. You like the comfrey better? Here's the comfrey. Is that better? Yeah, you like that one? Not plantain. Yes, plantain. Let's go check on Mama Bunny before Duke eats all the comfrey. These girls are crazy. I'm gonna stop in here and pick some of this purple clover. They're so loud. All right, Mama, I've also got some purple clover for you. There you go. There you go. Some nice treats to enjoy. Yeah, that's a good one. You just saw me throw 2 big handfuls of food in here for my rabbits of green stuff. if you have not given your rabbits veggie scraps, fruit scraps, green stuff from your garden, don't start like that. Don't put a big pile of it in there. Think about it like this. What if all you had eaten was crackers or Fiber One cereal? Sorry to the makers of Fiber One, but I think your cereal tastes like what my rabbit pellets probably taste like, even though I haven't tasted them. But if that's all you'd eaten all the time, and then all of a sudden you go and you toss in all this like green salad, raw cucumbers, raw food into your diet, what is that going to do to your tummy? What's it going to do to your intestinal tract? It wouldn't be fun. It would be painful. And in a small animal this size, you could do harm. You could probably kill them by switching their diet too quickly like that. My rabbits are used to it because anytime I've got green anything, they get all sorts of stuff from the yard. They get dandelions, clover, fresh grass, plantain, comfrey. They will get veggie scraps when the veggies grow in the garden. They're used to it. So if you're gonna do that, just start with real small amounts and just build it up over time until they're at the point where they can eat like that. And guess what? My garden's right here. So the main reason I have these so close together is because of the gardener's gold down there, the rabbit manure, so it can turn into compost in the garden, which then turns into food for the rabbits, which then turns into manure that the chickens like to eat the bugs out of, which then turns into eggs laid. So everything on my farm serves a purpose. It all works together. The bees pollinate and make honey. The chickens lay eggs and scratch in the pasture. The rabbits are meat and compost. It's just everything is a purpose or dual purpose even, except maybe for Oakley. I don't know what purpose she serves, to be honest, but I guess her purpose is to bring love to my heart. I got her at a time when I needed a companion. It was just about a couple months after my daddy passed, and so I brought Miss Oakley into our family to be my companion, but she's a mess. She's a crazy mess. But other than that, everything works together. What's the word for that? My brain is thinking like cohesive. It's not cohesive. It's not coexist. It's not, what is the word for that? For everything working together. If you're screaming it at me right now, please type it in the comments because my brain cannot think of the right word. If I think of it before editing, I'll write it on the screen because I am just, what is the word I want to say? That everything has its purpose or dual purpose and it all works together. It's not cooperative. Whatever it is. Whatever that word is, that's what our farm is. And it's really fun to see the chickens scratching around out in the pasture and everything growing and green. It's lovely. It's beautiful. I love spring on the farm. I was on Marco Polo with Trisha from Willow Creek Homestead and Kathleen from Mama Grows, and I was talking to them about this bunny because if she continues to bleed and she doesn't have any babies, I'm going to have a decision to make. Do I pay a vet bill? Do I cull her? How long do I let this go on? So I was talking to them about it and telling them how sad I am and how concerned I am for her well-being, and they reminded me, well, Trisha reminded me that willow is really good for pain and that it's also good for rabbits for their teeth. And my friend Katie just gave me a big box full of willow branches, so I just grabbed one out of the garden and I'm about to give it to Mama Rabbit now, in addition to the other treats I gave her earlier. I moved the rabbit tractors to fresh graze every day once it starts growing good like this. Now she has both clover and plantain right there, and she can just graze as much as she wants. We have started the process of moving this chicken tractor, the duffel pod, away from the house, away from the other coop. It's summer. We're gonna have this one following the cows in the pasture, cleaning up cow patties, scratching, doing their thing. But you don't want to move it from there all the way over to there in a day because the chickens won't find it. They'll come back here. So what I've been doing is, it was right next to that little coop right there, and I have been moving it a day at a time. a tractor length at a time. So just move it down a little, down a little, down a little, and then each night the chickens find it and go in it, and eventually we will have them in the pasture with the cows. So that's an exciting part of spring. Also, look at all that green. Look at the chickens back here. They are loving having bugs come out of hibernation. I don't know what bugs do in winter, or bug eggs hatch and just like eating whatever they can find, whatever chickens do. Look at that pasture. It's so lush and green. It's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. The peach trees. Just before our last frost, or before it warmed up. Hey girls, what's going on? They're kind of swarming me right now. Look at them. Look at all these chickens following me around. Hey girls, what's up? Does it sound like they're saying that? What's up? Anyway, the peach trees have been pruned back, and next they're starting to put out leaves. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What else are we doing today? Collect eggs. Let's go collect some eggs. Egg business is good. I've actually taken on 2 new customers recently. Three new customers. I probably have room for 1 or 2 more. I'm going to kind of see where the consistent egg number falls at, and then probably reach out. So far, I really haven't had to reach out for customers. I was talking to Chris the other day, and I said, you know, I'm gonna need to add some new egg customers soon. I have too many eggs. The very next day I get a text from a woman who says, oh, my friend gets eggs from you, and I really want eggs. Do you have any availability? And I was like, well, yes I do. And then earlier this week I saw one of my customers, and I said, do you think any of your colleagues might want eggs? She works at a school. And I said, I could stop by after school and drop them off for all of you all at once. And she goes, or you could just drop them off at my house with my eggs and I'll deliver them. And I was like, even better. That's awesome. So we got 2 new customers through her. So thanks, Chelsea, for that. And that's it. But I might need a couple more even, because eggs. Look at these beautiful colors of eggs. Look at this, and they're so big. Let's see. Look at these pretty eggs. Look at that. And soon I'm gonna have dark brown eggs and olive eggs and blue eggs and white eggs. I can't wait. Let's take all these eggs in the house. Oh, can you hear that? That's my favorite bird. Listen. No, she's not gonna do it. Or he. There it is. Isn't that a beautiful bird call? I want to say that's I think it's a meadowlark. Isn't that beautiful? I love listening to them, and they're really pretty. They have yellow on their bodies, yellow and gray. They're my favorite springtime bird. Our chicken tractor that we move pretty much daily is square. I'm going to show you in this pasture right here behind me, and I want to see if it's as obvious to you on the video as it is to me, the path of the chicken tractor from last year. So we'll start a little farther away, and then we'll go up close so you can see just the reason it is that you want these chickens out in your pasture like they are in mine right now. Here's one of our cow paddocks, and it is very, very obvious to me the path that the chicken tractor was in when it was in this paddock. Can you guys see it? I couldn't pay him to do that. I couldn't train him to do that. He's got it figured out. Look, there. Look over here. Right up this path and right up that path. See the difference in that path compared to the rest of the pasture where the chicken tractor wasn't? That's why we do this. Look how green and lush that is. This year I want to be even more careful about moving that tractor more frequently so that the rest of the pasture can look like that. That's an amazing growth right there compared to the rest of the pasture, right? That's what you want to see. The last thing I'm going to do before I go inside is close the front of the rabbit tree. I'm going to do that for 2 reasons. One reason is it's supposed to rain tonight, and I really don't want the rabbits getting wet. But the next reason, which I think is more important, is I want to give Mama some privacy and some comfort. So she's not feeling good. She's bleeding. It's gonna be wet. I want her to feel like she has a safe place to kindle, and I'm gonna really pray that that she's okay and that she has babies soon. She hasn't made a nest yet, so we'll come out and check on her again in the morning. If she's still bleeding, I'm gonna have a hard decision to make. Look in there, guys. There's some babies. I see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see at least 7 babies in there. There's Mama. Mama was bleeding last night and this morning, and I was really concerned about her. So I'm not pulling them out to check them yet. I think she might still be in labor. She had some blood. You can see some spots of it here on the wood, maybe. The dark spots right there. Let me see if I can get it to kind of lighten up. Anyway, she wasn't doing real great. She looks like she might still be in labor over there also. So I won't stay in here long. I don't want to disturb her. And so I gave her some comfrey and plantain, some oats, made sure she had plenty of water, and just kind of kept an eye on her. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry, I'll leave as soon as I tell them the story. And she had no fur pulled yesterday. She had no fur pulled this morning. And just now when I came home, I found her sitting in here with fur all around her. So I brought her out some more comfrey, and I also brought willow sticks. Trisha from Willow Creek Homestead reminded me that willow bark is a pain reliever. So I thought if she was in pain, that might help her. And so I'm gonna leave her be to see if she has some more babies. Right now she's eating her treats, but she's looking a little bit like she's still in some discomfort. So we'll give her some privacy and let her do her thing. Oh, you guys. Okay, so this mom cracks me up. She always puts her favorite chew toy in the nest for the babies. She's so sweet. Okay, so I think this is her biggest litter ever. So, oh my goodness, you guys, look at all these perfect little babies. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 little perfect things. Alright, oh, some of them are so tiny. This one is like itty bitty bitty. Let's put you back here with your brothers and sisters. Okay. There we go. Oh, they're so beautiful and perfect. Alright, I'm going to take them right back outside. I gave Mama a treat. I gave her a big handful of clover and a piece of carrot so that she will be happy while I'm gone with the babies. And I'm not going to fiddle with them too much. Alright, guys, go back to sleep. Let's go put you back with Mama. I am 100% thrilled with the way this turned out. It could have been a much sadder video. I'm so glad that Mama Buttercup is doing okay, and so are her babies. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in the rabbitry today. Have a great week.